Can we appreciate this hair? It looks like I got a blowout, but I didn't. Okay, before I even start, hi guys, how are you? Welcome back. So I've been playing with this thing. My grandma actually gave it to me because she said it didn't work for her hair. She has really short hair, so she gave it to me. When I discover something so amazing that I'm like, holy fucking shit, people aren't talking about this, they need to be, I have to share it with the world. This is amazing. It's from InStyler. This is how I did my hair today. It literally makes your hair look like you just got a blowout from the salon. I think I'm gonna do a tutorial on it, even if you guys didn't ask for it. I think I'm gonna do it. It's amazing. I want to share it with you guys. Anyways, hello. So for today's video, we are doing my okay, we're gonna start like that. My spring makeup look. This is like my go-to look at the moment. It's very fresh, very, I don't wanna necessarily say lightweight because it's still really good coverage, but it's just kind of very pretty, very fresh. Nothing too crazy on the eyes, no big dramatic lashes, very soft brows, and a nude lip because the hair's gotta go up. I can't do my makeup with my hair like this. Oh no. No, you've gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god, you guys. I just opened this morning. Look at how much just spilled out. I mean, it's not a lot, but this is brand new. I didn't even use this yet. That is so not cool. Everything in here is drenched. I take everything from my vanity and bring it into the office because I film in here. So I have this little plastic container. I just throw everything in there and use it to carry all my makeup. Oh my god, let me show you this. I have a really weak stomach, okay? I like can't look at gross things. I don't know why. Everything makes me gag. I can barely brush my teeth. You guys know that I love to start with eyes. That's always what I start my makeup with. You will very seldom catch me starting with face unless I'm either not wearing any eye makeup or I'm doing a look where I'm doing liner and lashes. You see that? What's like, I don't know what's going on. Things are just not going well for me lately. But you'll never catch me doing my face first unless I'm not doing a ton of eye makeup, which today I'm not doing a ton of eye makeup. You guys are gonna see how simple this look is and you're gonna be like, huh. By the way, I'm using Laura Mercier Radiance, like down to the last drops of this. But I love this primer, so I'm gonna finish it off. I'm going in with Cover FX Blurring Primer. We're just gonna put this in the T-zone. I'm taking a break from e.l.f. because I think it's breaking me out. I'm sad, but I think it's breaking me out, so just gotta take a little break from it. I could do this in like 30 or 40 minutes. I know some of you guys are probably thinking like, bitch, I can do my makeup in 10 minutes, but usually it takes me like 2 hours to do my makeup, so that's a step up for me, okay? I enjoy doing my makeup, so I like to take my time. I like to go through my things and be like, what haven't I used in a while? I like to just listen to music and dance, and that's mainly why it takes me forever. I can be fast, I don't want to. This is a combination I've been using lately. It's the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This is matte, but to me, it looks more of like a natural matte. It's not like matte to me. And then I like to mix it with the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation, but this, again, is still too dark. I need to pick up a lighter color. I just haven't. So this is what I'm doing to make it work. But I actually like the combination of the two. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I love to mix and match foundations. I'm just not necessarily into matte anymore. I like things to look more of like a natural finish now, which is why I like to take just a little bit of this because this is a very natural finish foundation, but this is too dark, so I just do a dab, like just that much. I like to dab it on first with my finger, and then I take my sponge. I'm gonna cover as much of my face as possible without dipping back onto the back of my hand and reaching for more product, because the less product you go in with, the less heavy your face looks, the less makeup-y it looks, the less cakey it gets. So I just like to use as much as possible from the first initial application. Like, I like to do thin layers before I go in and add more. If you guys hear a creaking, it's my chair. It's so annoying. Like, how annoying can you be? You know what's so funny is back in the day, when I had like perfect skin, I did not even put foundation on my forehead. I would just do bronzer. Only when I was tan though. I don't know why. It was so weird, but I just felt like my forehead didn't need it, so I would literally put it from here down, and then I would just bronze my forehead. I wish I could do that these days, but that's just not where I'm at in life right now. This is also a nice color match for me too. I really like the way that this looks. Okay, so we're gonna go in with concealer. We're gonna be doing the same concealer. Concealer is something where I really never like to go light coverage, and I'm going for a kind of lightweight look like this, where I just want things to look really natural and kind of just skin-like. I just find that I feel so much more confident when I just have my dark circles covered. And you know, I see people do no makeup looks, and I think that, you know, that I like that look as well, but I just feel like I'm really self-conscious of my dark circles. That's something that I've just never found to be comfortable with no matter what. I've just never been like, let me put a little bit of like just a nice lightweight concealer. If I just do a BB cream, I'll still take concealer and try to cover up my dark circles as much as possible and just go lightweight with everything else, just because like I don't like them. We're gonna set the concealer. Now I have been using a lot less of the Essence banana powder. I've been going like almost non-existent, like just enough to kind of set it in place. I'm just barely going in and setting my concealer. I'm actually not going to use primer today. I know. You'll see what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to use primer, so I'm going to also take this on my lid. Sometimes I just take my sponge and go over my foundation again if I just kind of feel like before I set I just want to do a quick run through. Sometimes I'll do that too. And then we're gonna go with my Pretty Vulgar powder. This is my translucent powder, and I'm not going to use a lot of powder to set my face. I'm just going to use a little because, again, keeping things lightweight. I'm just going to go in with a light dusting of powder, just like a quick wash. When you go in with your bronzer and your blush and stuff, if you find that your product kind of skips in this area and you don't usually powder, when you powder, sometimes that helps with skipping. I'm gonna bake my concealer because I always have to bake. That's just who I am as a person. Again, we're sticking with very light layers. I'm not going in with a lot. As of lately, I have to take powder down this area because my smile lines have just gotten worse over the years. Do a little bit over here because I don't want my pores to show through. Also, I'm specifically using this powder because this powder doesn't make my face cakey. I know I mentioned that in my last video, but it's because I've been trying a lot of different powders lately, and I don't think it's my foundation combination because I don't have a problem with this combination normally and with this powder, but I think with some of the new powders I've been trying, they just haven't been working for me. This powder doesn't do that to me. It's one of the only powders, which is crazy because it's technically a matte powder, but it doesn't make me cakey or anything like that. It just looks really nice. So I just do right there, and then I'm actually gonna do my eyelid because I'm not doing primer. So this is gonna help when we go in to do the shadow. I'm actually gonna do a pretty generous amount on the top of the lid because I have really oily eyelids. I look like I've been baking and I just had like flour come up in my face and slap me. This is the Maybelline City Mini Bronzer. I don't know who requested for me to pick this up and try it. I'm so glad I did because I'm obsessed with this bronzer. It's so good. If you have yet to try this, I believe this is the shade 200. Yeah, haven't put it down since I filmed that video. So we're gonna go in and bronze. Also obsessed with this e.l.f. brush. I am gonna go in and contour a little bit later on, but it's not gonna be really like a harsh contour. It's gonna be something very soft just to look a little more, like I want there to be something there, like just a little bit more definition, but it's gonna be like a very natural type of contour. Ooh, that looks a little messy. I'm gonna clean that up. I'll show you guys how I clean that up in a second. Sometimes I go a little heavy with the bronzer and I have to go in with powder and clean it up, and that's fine. And then I like to take it down my chest. It just makes me not look like a floating head. And then I am going to take this brush. This is an angled brush. It comes in that same e.l.f. set, and I'm gonna take this bronzer. This is from Essence. This is the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is the one for lighter skin. I can only use this right now when I'm literally at my fairest because this does not even show up on my skin when I even have the slightest tan. Typically, I like to go in with something a little more ashy like Anastasia or Kat Von D, or you guys know how much I love the NYX Sculpt powder. It's super ashy and it really casts like a more like sculpted look. But because I'm not really going for sculpted, I'm going more for fresh. This is perfect because it's a super natural looking powder. I'm gonna do a very light contour just to kind of help like slim out my face first and foremost, because I have a round face and it's also something I'm self-conscious of. So I like to do this not only to add a little bit of definition, but to just kind of slim out these chubby cheeks of mine. I'm gonna go back in and just kind of clean that up. Just do a little bit. You don't have to go in super heavy. I'm just gonna, you know, bake like I normally would. But go in with a powder that's a little bit more on the natural side so it keeps your skin looking nice and fresh. And for me, I just find that this powder is super natural looking. It's not like a suck the life out of you matte, you know. I'm just gonna dust away on my eyelid. I'm gonna leave it on my under eye because we're gonna go in with shadow, and I'm gonna use a loose shadow, a pigment, and I don't want it to fall down onto my face and mess up my makeup. I found this in my declutter video. This is a bronzer I think I got in an Ipsy. It's from Ciate, but it's just like a sample size, and I put it in my single shadow drawer because like I don't even think I could fit yeah, like I can't even fit that in there, which is why I canceled my Ipsy bag. This is what I've been using for my transition shade. You can use whatever bronzer you're using. Matte bronzer, I recommend. I don't recommend a shimmer because sometimes shimmer looks kind of like too much in the crease. I'm gonna take this brush from Lexi. It's a double-ended brush, which is perfect because I just need this for my crease and this for my shimmer. So I literally just run this through just to add a little bit of definition, but I like this because it has a little bit of like a rosy tone to it. You guys, I'm so mad. My camera stopped recording when I was doing my lid color. Oh, I don't know why it does that. It just stops recording after a certain amount of time. I'll go ahead and just voice over this part of me doing my other eye. I went in with this. This is from Naked Cosmetics. It's just a loose pigment. It's in the shade Desert Sunset. Super pretty, really natural, shimmery, like just very kind of like shiny eyeshadow. I like to take the NYX Glitter Glue and just kind of dab it on my eye. And that way when I'm doing a look like this, because I have an issue with my lids, it's not really my crease that's oily, it's my lids that are oily and that are hooded. When I'm doing a very simple look like this where it's just two eyeshadows, I don't have to go in and take the extra step of doing MAC Paint Pot. I can just take a transition and run it through the crease, but then the glitter glue helps stop the lid color from transferring or from creasing. So you can kind of skip the step of priming. And then I just flipped over the other side of the brush and used this to just tap it on. This is like the best double-ended brush I've ever used. I use this all the time. It's just so convenient. Normally, what I would do is take my Cocoa Lashes in Venus because they have a clear band, but I think they're in my car for some reason. Like I'm pretty sure I left them on my dashboard. So I'm gonna go in with these. These are like my new favorites at the moment for a look like this at least. They are the 3D Faux Mink Ardell lashes in 853. I'm gonna go ahead and dust off the rest of this. Let's move on to blush. So I have a couple of different ones I was thinking about using. I wanted to use my combination that I'm still obsessed with. It's this one from Hourglass. This is the Brilliant Nude, and then the NARS Loose Orgasm, but that's a little expensive. I think I'm just gonna stick with my Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. This kind of has like that satin finish that I get from the Hourglass, so we'll just do this. Let's keep it on the affordable side today. Oh yes, oh yes. I've been taking my blush more on the apples, which usually I don't do, but I like it lately. I've also been taking it across my nose. We're gonna move on to highlight, and I'm gonna take this one from e.l.f. This is the Heart Defensor Highlight. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love this with my entire heart and soul. I actually just mixed the two. I'm gonna go pretty heavy with the highlight because you know what? I want to. I just love the way that this looks. It doesn't look like much on right now, but I'm telling you, when you get out into the light, it looks beautiful. Just trust me. Trust me on this one. I would never steer you guys wrong. It's subtle, it's glowy, pretty, but it's not too much, you know? Do the bridge edge of the nose. Usually I use my finger for this, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. We're gonna do brows. Usually I really don't like doing my brows last because I don't like doing my brows on top of foundation. I just find that doing them over product, they just never quite turn out the way that I like. I'm gonna show you guys like a more simple way of doing brows. It's kind of like a quick cheating kind of way. So I'm gonna take my brow pencil. This is the one that I'm obsessed with, the Covergirl one, and I'm actually just gonna outline my brows. My brows are uneven, so I have to do a little bit more like filling in certain areas because this one is thinner than the other one, one's longer, this one goes up higher than this one, so I gotta kind of do a little bit of magic here. But the trick is that I'm just outlining. I'm not filling anything in yet. We're not doing define today, we're doing just very pretty. I'm gonna take this. This is my Essence Make Me Brow Gel. This stuff is gold. It's gold in a bottle, okay? So if you have nice full brows and you just kind of have to do a little filling in for sparse areas, you can skip this. I was not blessed with full bushy brows. I was blessed with these brows. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to run this through. I love this. It's a fiber brow gel. I do a little bit in the front. I like to keep the front of my brows natural, and look at that. It was like a 2-minute brow. I know they're not perfect. Again, my brows are really uneven. It takes me forever to do my brows. It's a lot of work for me. That's why I never do them on camera, because they literally take me forever. But it's enough to get by. Like, they still look natural. They look like they're filled in but not overdone. They're not carved out like I usually do. Sometimes I like this look too. I'm just gonna take this, the lightest side, pop this under the brow bone, a little in the inner corner. We're just gonna do a little just to add some brightness. I'm actually not gonna do anything on the lower lash line. I just feel like this type of look looks more clean. It looks more pretty, more girly with just nothing on the lower lash line. I like that. Spritz the face, make everything settle even more. This is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain. This is in, I think it's 33? Yeah, 33. See, it's kind of like a nudie pink. I'm gonna go in with this Vivid Hot Lacquer from Maybelline. This is in the shade Tease. Just a little bit. This is actually the finished look. This is like my glowy, fresh spring tutorial. This is what I've been doing. When I need something quick, easy, out the door, something, even where I'm just like, oh, I don't really feel like wearing a lot of makeup today. I don't want to do the whole 9, all the 20 million different steps. This is what I've been doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was, you know, somewhat helpful for you guys, or if you guys are like looking for something simple but still yet put together, I hope this was able to help you out. Make sure you guys subscribe before you go and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Of course, let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments below. Any requests, anything you want me to film, just leave it below. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!